YouTube, I had a thought the other day. I was playing with my arrows and I realized, hey, you know what? These are not the right length. I need to actually trim them a little bit. And so the issue that I found is, of course, there's this insert that sits inside right here, and it's obviously right around the same place that I want to trim it. So what I'm going to do is figure out a way to take this insert out. Now most places glue these down. As you can see, there's threads on the inside, and then on the other side is where you actually would put your let me take a tip out and I'll show you, in case you haven't seen this before. So this is what we're after. We're trying to take this piece out. This is where the tip would mount in like this. Okay, so we want this out. So I've seen different tips and ways people do this. One, they take a drill bit and they'll stick it inside the shaft from the knock side. They'll take this open right here. Take the knock out. They'll stick a drill bit or something inside here, give it some shakes, and then supposedly it comes out after a lot of effort. So I didn't want to do that because, again, I could lose the drill bit or it'd go flying across the room, and I'll test that out in another video. But this one I thought of, saw a tool that someone had made, or some company made one of these, and it looked awfully like a soldering iron with a threaded end. So I thought, well, I got a soldering iron, let me go to Walmart and see what I can do with this. So I went to Walmart. If you want to make one of these, you can go to Walmart. These are $1. This is exactly what you need. If you want to double check, you can take one of the nuts out and then just run it against the threads of, so here's the threads. You just take your bullet tip and you run it through here. So let's do that so you can see. This is here. So that thread, so we know that that's the right pitch, which means we can then use the same screw that comes with it. So we take this screw, we take a hacksaw, we hacksaw the head off, which gives you the head and then this piece. Now, what's cool is we take this piece here that's been hacksawed off, and we take our handy dandy little, this is a cheap, like, I think it was like $5 at Harbor Freight. There's a screw here. So what's cool is you take this screw out, and then you can pull this post out. Even cooler is the fact that this diameter is just good enough to put this back in. And then if you put the screw in all the way tight, actually will work. So let me start the screw, put it in. Now, is this how it's designed? Absolutely not. Will this cause a fire? Most likely it will if you leave it on. It doesn't smell very good when you run it. But what it does do is create this tip that's very hot. That's the same thread as our arrow shaft, or our arrow piece right here. See? So we're going to basically thread this in here on one of our arrows. We're going to pull this. Once the glue gets hot enough, it'll break free. We'll be able to pull this out. So I'm going to plug this in right here for you, and you guys are going to see what this is all about. I just tried this. It took like a minute, so give it a second for this to heat up. But again, this is just a regular soldering iron with that tip screwed in there. And I wouldn't leave this out for any good long bit of time, because like I said, it does get hot, but it is metal. Metal's designed to get hot, so it should be alright. So I won't blame you at all if you want to skip this part, but I would give it about 45 seconds. And then what we're going to do, this is our arrow. We're just going to grab this in there like this. Now I bought this arrow. Let me just back this up. So this is a Kryptos arrow from Walmart. It was like $3 on clearance. So I want to see if I can get these tips out. Okay, now we're hot. So I'm going to keep this fairly tight, and then what I've been doing, well, I did this earlier, it worked. So I just sit there and kind of tug, go back and forth on the threads a little bit, tug a little bit more. Make sure, and then every little bit, I'll feel right here just every few seconds to make sure that this isn't getting like burning hot, so we don't actually damage our shaft. That's no good. So it's getting warm to the touch even here, so then I just pull forward, pull backwards, and just kind of give it a little, again, a spin here and there. And then what I have to do is, like I said, you have to put a load of force on this thing, but what you should start seeing is this tip should get hot enough. Let me make sure this is tight. So this tip should get hot enough to where I can pull this out without damaging the carbon shaft. Now, since I'm doing this on a video, let me see if I can get a little more elbow grease. Yep, see, so this is warm, but it's still not burning or anything. There's no smoking or anything that seems like it's causing a problem. If I actually had a vise, what I would probably do is vise this, because I'm obviously trying not to burn myself. But see, it's giving a little bit. There we go. Now you can see it's separating. See that? So then we just wriggle a little bit more, wriggle a little bit more. Bingo. Now, you can see that they actually had glue on this puppy. See that? So, let's look inside the shaft. You should see that this is actually, let's get some light on that real quick, so just stay there. Just stay there. Yeah, if you see this massive bruise on my arm, yes, that's because I was shooting someone else's bow, not paying attention, and I snapped my forearm right in the middle, as you're not supposed to do. And let me tell you, it hurts. It's like day 4 this way. So now we got this here. I can find the center here. So, I don't know, I don't really have necessarily much of a light to tell you, but if you look at this here up close, you can see that it's a little bit warm. But it's not burned, it's not destroyed. So that worked. I'm gonna try the next arrows in the next video. Thanks guys, and please subscribe so I can get my monetization back. Thanks.